everybody, it's Stephanie. Welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be another episode of Should It Stay or Should It Go? Today is going to be the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation. This is a very nice foundation. I've had it for not quite a year. I haven't used it, and I have become much more acutely aware that makeup only has a certain shelf life. So we shall see if this makes the cut. The other thing that I'm planning on doing is a little mixy. These e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blushes, they're just so lovely and they're so fun. Using them by themselves, it's beautiful, but the mixing, I love mixing. I am going to try to create a deep, sort of a berry shade out of my Juvia's Place Pink Lady, mixed with this Camo Bronze Bombshell. Of course, I will be mixing it as well with my e.l.f. Halo Glow, because you know how much I love that creamy mix that goes along with it. I am now going to do some color correction, and I'm going to apply this L'Oreal Infallible. I picked up this e.l.f. Camo Peach Corrector. I'm going to tell you, honestly, it's okay. It was only $4. For $4, I think it's doing a bang up job for $4. But you know, under my eyes, you know, we've got, you know, when we get to be this age, that under eye area, I don't need anything that's going to cause my under eyes to, as a matter of fact, while I'm talking about this, I'm going to add a little bit more of this Bobbi Brown because I just cleaned up from under my eye. I don't need anything under my eyes that's going to look more dry, crepey, cakey, old. So there are certain things that I think are important, you know, to invest in, you know, because if your skin is in good condition, if you're taking care of your skin, hopefully you can just go out wearing very minimal anything. So for $4, this is doing a great job. It's $4. I mean, what are you gonna do? But it's not good enough for my under eyes, in the dark circles, and you know, just the condition of my under eyes. I mean, it's thin and it's crepey, and I really miss my Stila palette, but you know, I haven't thrown it in the trash yet. I haven't been able to quite do it yet, but I'm gonna continue to give this, you know, a chance to do its thing. I have to use quite a bit, and I'm using the applicator, which a lot of times I would just warm it up in my fingers. I have to use more because it's requires more. So I just put on that Bobbi Brown under eye thing, and it I can feel the difference in the texture of applying this fresh over that Bobbi Brown. So that is good. It'll salvage this, but it in itself, it just seems a little dry, and it just doesn't feel like it's easy to work with, or that it's, as far as my dark circles go, I want to get rid of them, and I want them to be corrected without having to apply a bunch of stuff under my eyes, because under your eyes, believe me, less is more. I'm going to take a little bit of this Bye Bye Under Eye. This is the shade Light Natural, and again, this is extremely concentrated and thick. Just a little tiny bit. Warming it up. I have found that with this corrector that I just used, it's better for me to put some concealer over the top of it before I put on my foundation. A lot of times I won't do that. I'll just put the foundation over the top of the corrector, and that does the trick. But in this case, I'm going to use this Bye Bye Under Eye to brighten it up a little bit. I can see that darkness coming back already. I'm just gonna have to get another corrector. I just don't like that one. So here we have this 24-hour, up to 24-hour foundation, the Infallible Pro Glow by L'Oreal. This is the shade Creamy Natural. I like this. I haven't used it in a long time. And I think I paid like $11 for this. Pretty liquidy. I think I'm gonna pick it up with a sponge and just start popping it around there. That way. But this has been a nice foundation. I haven't used it in a long time. And of course, if you watched my recent videos, you know, my favorite foundation of all time, quite frankly, the most nourishing, the best coverage, the best everything for my skin, for mature skin, I have found is the IT Cosmetics CC cream. So that will be my go-to just in general. I will be using that a lot, but I don't want to bore you guys with it by using the same foundation every single time I do a video, right? What am I finding here? I am finding that this foundation is okay. It's not bad. It's not bad. I don't really know that it needs to be thrown out, but I'm going to use a little bit more. This time I'm going to apply it. I'm going to use a little bit like that. This time I'm going to apply it directly on my face. I will always use the least amount as possible before I have to go in with more. I don't like using a lot of foundation because it's not mature skin friendly to do that, depending. All right, so that's better. That gave me more coverage. It looks a little more bright, a little bit better. I can still see quite a few things peeking through. I'm gonna grab this IT Cosmetics foundation brush and just sort of push it around a little bit. This is a really nice brush. I don't know the number of the brush. The fact that I've got such dramatically dark eyeshadow on right now probably is making me look a little more pasty than I need to, or that I would. So, okay. So for bronzing, I'm gonna use this IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores bronzer. Oh my gosh, I love this. This is an IT Cosmetics dual end face brush. So I'm gonna use this actually to apply my bronzer a little more deliberately because I feel like it's just a little bit too pale. So got some bronzer going on there. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of color on my lips. I'm actually going to do something I've never done before. I'm going to take 2 of the lip pencils. These are both Essence Soft and Precise. This is the shade Charming. This is the shade Legendary. The shade Charming is a little bit too cool for me, so I'm going to mix it with the Legendary. I'm gonna go in with this on top. I've never done this before. And I think I like that. I am going to go in with my NYX. This is the shade Marshmallow Butter Gloss, which is my favorite drugstore. Even though I have something planned for it later. All right, let's get down to this blush mix. This is my e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush in the shade Bronze Bombshell, and this is my Juvia's Place Pink Lady. I'm not gonna do it straight today. I'm gonna mix it with the e.l.f. Halo Glow, just because I can tell the way my skin feels, just of all the makeup I have on. I just don't want it to be patchy. Okay, so I've got about that much there, just like that. I'm gonna go in with this Pink Lady. Now, as we know, Pink Lady is very pigmented. Juvia's Place is very pigmented. So then we're gonna go in with this, and there we go. Let's see how that turns out. I'm not 100% sure, but let's have a look. Blending it all in. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I want it to be less rosy. I'm gonna add a little bit more of this Bronze Bombshell because I want it to be a little deeper. So that's a little deeper. So okay, that's closer to what I was going for. Yeah, that is definitely, that's a winner. That's a win-win right there, okay? So as usual, I will put what I have on my fingers and start there. And there's no way I'm gonna be able to use all of this. This angled blush. Okay, this is gonna be intense, I can tell you right now. And I'm probably gonna have to clean it up, but okay, yeah, that's intense. What I think I probably should have done, although I'm not unhappy with the color, there's a lot and I'm gonna clean it up, but what I probably should have done was use more of the bronze and less of the Pink Lady, because I do know how pigmented she is. The thing though is that the last time I did this, I actually was too conservative with the Pink Lady, and it didn't turn out to be the berry color that I wanted to, so I had to add more. But in today's case, I think I added a little bit too much. But either way, I'm really glad that I used, yeah, so that's a lot. So here we are, just practicing and having fun. So I'm really glad that I used it with the Halo Glow filter. So what I'm gonna do is I'm putting this everywhere like I normally do, but I will use a damp sponge, and so it's not quite so intense, because that is very intense. Although it's not, as far as the world goes, I don't think that it would be shocking to go out with this much makeup. It's shocking for me, and it's probably just a little bit too much. So where's my sponge? So I'm gonna just sort of shear it out just a little. And also it will fade. It's going to fade a little bit. It's not gonna stay this intense. So I'm not gonna lie, I really like it. I think it looks really pretty. I know it's intense. Put some down here too. It's definitely a full face of makeup today. Might as well spend an hour doing my eyes, right? I like that. I like it. It's a lot, but I like it. It's a lot more glam than what I'm used to, and I wouldn't even really call it glam. I think for me it is, but I do like it. Not used quite so much of the Pink Lady, although I'm glad I did, because I need to start. Shut up, Duncan! I'm sorry about the dog. Earlier, I used the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Marshmallow. I have a deeper color here. This is Praline. I'm gonna mix these two since we're doing the mixy, right? So I'm gonna put a little bit of this on my finger, a little bit of this Praline, just like that maybe. I'm excited about this. Okay. So there we have this very pretty combination. I really like that. It is just a perfect combination. That's going to make a nice short video. So that is lovely. There is my look today. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. I know it's been long. Thanks for chatting with me. And I am going to do a pop-up live here. You never know. You just never know. I want to see how that works out. So I look forward to talking to you guys again and seeing you again really soon. And I will see you next time.